Grand Rising Soul Siblings. It's Shay Seeking from American Aborigines Unchained here on YouTube and in the Facebook group. And today I want to whew, today I want to go into the Nag which is more dealing with knowledge of self, and in a sense of basically knowing, and getting in tune with self to connect directly to source, because we have had imposters and people have misled us into the way of thinking when it comes to this Jesus figure, which again, when we're talking about historically, or the historical Jesus, which again, I'm going to show you guys some stuff here that says that many people knew of this Jesus figure, but nothing more than a historical person that had done a certain thing, or tried to bring light to certain groups. I believe that is actually really true, and that these figures have come and gone in the past, and they would be savior to those which would be in this caste system that we're under, regardless of what anyone tells you. They would be people that came in past, and not even recent, I mean, not even that long ago, maybe the 1800s, 1700s, these, even up until now, possibly. Of course, they're not going to say what these people are. And many Christians will try and say something like when Jesus said to the disciples that many are going to come in my name and say that I am Christ, and will deceive many. Well, many Christians, because of the indoctrination stations that they've been attending, such as the church, okay, in the way that they study the Bible, or really don't there, unless there's separate Bible study classes. And again, it doesn't matter how many Bible studies you go to, if you're not in tune with self, and if you're still looking at these things the way that religion has taught you, then you will not see this. Okay, so this is a major part of the deception. We went into the fact that a sermon is a discourse, which means it is a lie, which means it is made to deceive many. Okay, so when we read that term, automatically, to me, I can see right through that when I'm reading this text, because of using different tools in order to see what this is talking about. And it's definitely saying that he is saying, basically, so again, being against this Jesus figure is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we as original peoples have been deceived, and we have been given a false perception of what this figure is meant to be, and to who this figure is supposed to be saving, or who it's pertaining to, as to who he is supposed to be saving. And so again, you can learn something from what he's saying, but again, all of this stuff is not for you. There was a certain group of people that he was coming to, and if you can't connect yourself to those people, then you cannot be one of those people. So again, I believe what he was saying there was that many are going to say that he is Christ, and will deceive many, because in our eyes as the origines, Christ, or that temple, and which is something that he said himself, is within you. Don't you know that ye are gods? Okay, so again, I'm not declaring who he was speaking to, but again, that resonates with me because of other information that I've taken in. Everything that is in this world is symbolic, that is structural, has been set up in this realm of governing, or government, okay, has been set up against us, or placed on top of us, and has cut us off and hidden our story. So again, when he's speaking in that way, I know that the Christ is dealing with the Christ consciousness. It's dealing with a sense of knowing. It's dealing with a sense of a direct connection that you had with source regardless. These people, everything that they do is outwardly. So anything symbolic or structural or in a system is something that they've set up to benefit them, not you. Everything that they've set up is against you. So again, we look to those things to get peace, prosperity, happiness, knowing, try to learn how to discern, and that's not possible for us, and nor is it necessary for us, because everything that we have is originally within us. Okay, it is the workings of the mind, body, spirit, soul, what the heart, the kundalini. It's all of these things that are within us. They don't, some of these people that are dealing in this hierarchy do not have a sense of those things, and this is why they have set up things structurally and symbolically and allegorically around you. When it comes to the cosmos, when it comes to global warming, when it comes to this pandemic that's going on right now, and ones that came in the past, they are not being honest with you as to how these things form, what they are, what they're here to do, and so on. So again, now when it comes to testing, of course, they need something from you in order to create something for them to protect them against the wrath and the fire that is burning in the core of the earth, which is the organic or original people of this plane. Okay. All right. Now, it can include some of the people of the sea or the waters as well, because some of those people has been mixed in with your strands of DNA. And we're going to look at DNA in this book, and you can tell me if I'm tripping or are we seeing what the hell we seeing. Okay. So again, I wanted to go ahead and get this part out of the way, and in case some of you got, and again, you can pick up the Nag Hammadi on Amazon for around $15. But this is for those who don't have it, that may be looking into getting it. And so this is just a portion that I wanted to read that has something to do with us elevating and going into another dimension in our understanding. Okay. So I just wanted to read this part to you before we go into the actual text. Okay, to know, so you can see where I'm coming from. Okay, so again, let's go ahead and let me try to see if I can do this really crafty like. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go into etymology, and we're going to look at Gnostics, because these are people that were killed off or persecuted by what I feel would be Christian members, because again, Christianity is man-made. The word is what it is. We were supposed to take this word and interpret it and use other tools and guides and spirit guides and ancestral guides and the energy and frequency that is within to decipher what this is talking about. But again, we have been mass manipulated and indoctrinated by schools and churches for generation after generation. And we have been also placed in a situation where we have been tested on, and we have been poked and prodded for a very long time. Okay, so again, when it comes to health, when it comes to the health or medical system, and you see that serpent around that staff, when it comes to a lot of things, you know, again, I'm speaking in layers here. Okay, we're going historical, biblical, spiritual. We're going through. We're vibrating through all of that when you come here. Okay, so again, Gnostics relating to knowledge, especially mystical or esoteric knowledge of spiritual things. And it says something about 1650 from Greek. So again, this is the Bible supposedly was there's a word that they use to say that it was maybe introduced, or another word. When you do the etymology, it just says that it was brought to light. So again, it doesn't say that it was actually completed. Okay. When I went to research and study this is what I took from it. Okay. So again, you can do your own research, which I suggest you do, because again, I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm just simply sharing what it looks like to me. And I will hope you guys would do the same, because again, this is a time for us to look to each other to gain that information to move on. You may have someone on your timeline that speaks authentically to your soul, because again, we are soul siblings. Again, they may not even look like you, but again, this energy can radiate through many different groups of people, because a lot of these people came through you. Okay, so when they were forming men from your DNA in Genesis. Okay, so excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and finish reading this. So this is not that much longer after this that these people were speaking this. And I guess that they had this whole religious thing down to a craft, so they didn't want anyone doing this. If that weren't the case, they would not have gone through the all of the work to kill these people. So again, think about that in this day. If we are all rising in that kundalini, if we are dealing with the crown or the corona chakra, if we are joining the Father in heaven, which is in our mind when it goes back to ancestral guides, okay? Okay, people run away from this Bible and these works here because they can't interpret what it is. They're still looking at it the way that religious houses have governed your mind, or govern your mind. Again, because government just means control of the mind or mind control. Okay, so they run away from this because they have some resentment. Again, that's just to each his own. I look at this as a historical document, okay? And I can see this, and everybody is not supposed to be that. There are going to be seers right now. There are going to be healers right now. You have to connect with the people that resonate with you, that help you. One second. I'm pouring some missing. So again, I call them all my soul tribe because I'm someone that I feel is able to see on many different levels. Some of us have been given many gifts. We can vibrate through all of those. And I think that a lot of us can get there. It's something that you have to work towards, though. A lot of dedication and sacrifice of things and people and situations around you. Is clearing the mind of these things in the way that the world has shifted your mind to look at how you are trying to achieve this peace and prosperity and freedom. Okay, so we're looking at it out of the eyes of your oppressors instead of looking at it the way that we're supposed to be doing it. So anyhow, some of us are at that level where we are vibrating throughout all of the chakras and commanding them and bringing them to the surface when we need them. Okay, so some of us are going to be better when it comes to this, looking at these documents. When it comes to law, some people are going to be in unraveling what's there. Some people, when it comes to the medical industry. So everything that you've been through in your life should be having you to a point where you are at a level of clarity in some of these areas, if not different areas, where you will be able to be a guiding light for the rest of the people. And again, we should be, looking to each other for this information, not above in this system, maybe above in the mind. Your mindset should be elevated. But again, so, okay, let's keep going. From Greek, Gnostikos, or even I'm thinking Christos, right? Okay, knowing good and knowing, good at knowing, able to discern, okay, known. Why would they want to persecute and kill these people? Okay, perceived, understood, to learn, know, come to know, perceive, discern, okay, distinguish. What did they, when we're talking occult or esoteric, what was the secret? I mean, if it's not really real, then is it a secret? And is it that really that deep for you to have to kill these people if it didn't really mean anything? So again, observe form of judgment, again, because I'm glad that judgment is in here, because again, some of the stuff that we're going to talk about even in the book of Enoch, okay, is going to talk about this judgment of certain groups. Okay, the judgment that's really supposed to be coming is for them, but what they're going to do is use their medical industry, which is one of the largest monsters in the house today, the pharmaceutical industry, in order to bring you down from where your ancestors and yourself and the source has tried so hard to help you elevate. So this vaccine, I believe, this vaccination, okay, because again, this is going to be looked at as sinning. Okay, speaking truth is going to be a sin. This is why YouTube and Facebook censors people, even on the on smaller scales. Okay, all right. When it comes to speaking, this is why they want to take away that. And how they're going to do it, we think they're going to use some kind of laws. No, no, no. They're going to use these things that they've been using for a very long time in order to erase or eradicate that. Okay, all right. So let's see. And the only other thing that I can think of is that they think they know what they're doing because it's supposed to be their judgment right now. Okay. But they've turned it into, like they do everything else, that it is you that should be afraid right now of a judgment from a God, when really this is their particular God. And they are the ones that will be having to worry about a judgment. And again, we are their gods that they hid ourselves from us. Okay. And again, we are the ones with wrath that they are running away from right now. So at that time, you are the ones that are in danger because they speak behind closed doors about you and your condition. And they're watching to see if you're elevating and where our frequency and what the earth's core is doing. Okay. Because they're worried about earthquakes and they're worried about all of these things that are coming once you realize who you are and what type of power you hold within. Okay. So let's keep going. All right. So, let's go ahead and look down here. Processing intellectual or esoteric knowledge of spiritual things. An advocate of Gnosticism. Okay. Again, you have na or no here, and that is to know. Okay. One who professes that the existence of a first cause and essential nature of things are. Well, we're not going to go that far because I don't want to, make this too long. It's already going to be long enough. All right. Yeah, na or no is to know. Okay. It says something about have power to be able, study, short, pithy, statement of general truth. Okay. Cognizance, intellectual view. Okay. Knowledge, narrate. So these people are going to profess and they are going to speak in these times. Okay. So he shall know, recognize, get to know, inquire, again, question everything. This is why I tell you guys that, to know or make known, again, because these people are going to profess this. All right. So let's get back to where we were. And again, I'm kind of doing this on my phone and I'm still getting used to this new phone because, again, for some reason, my phone just went out a couple of weeks ago and I lost about 4 years of information. I think I had over 9,000 images and screenshots in my phone. It could have been somewhere up to like 15, which might be having a part to do with why the phone went out. But again, just as I was going to go ahead and start downloading this stuff into a system, it happened. And so again, I'm still recovering from that. Okay, so again, if you guys are still here with me, we're going to go into the Nag Hammadi and we're going to go into matter of fact, since we went through that part and I'm someone needs me, I'm going to go ahead and stop here and we're going to go pick up right at the reading. Again, gratitude, and I will see you guys soon.